the diamond-lit crown of King Siyavash. A kingdom's honor hung by a silken thread. Here stood Siyavash, a pillar of ivory light in a court of darkening shadows. His virtue a silent challenge to the treacherous emerald green whispers of Queen Sudab. In this theater of royal deceit, a final scorching trial was ordained. To purge the venom of perjury, the prince would ride his valiant black horse, the ebon steed, directly into the blaze.
In hushed chambers, where shadows clung to truth, the queen's treacherous whispers coiled around the king's ear Sudabe's accusations, like poisoned daggers sought to pierce the very heart of Prince Siyavash alone. Bathed in a single shaft of unforgiving light, the prince stood accused, his honor now a fragile banner against the tides of deceit. The decree of the king took the form of timber and iron. Under a bruised dawn sky, two mountains of wood rose like monuments to a lie. The wood became a wall, and the wall became a furnace. This was no mere trial. It was a cathedral of flame designed to consume the very memory of the innocent. As the heat turned the air to liquid gold, Siyavash stood before a tunnel of fire that stretched toward eternity, a path where only the soul, unburdened by lies, could hope to pass. The path was set, a narrow vein of earth between two mountains of roaring amber. As the soldiers fed the hunger of the flames, the horizon swelled with the shadows of 1,000 witnesses. Siyavash stood at the threshold of the abyss, where the heat of the fire met the cold resolve of a prince who knew no fear. With a heart of ice and a path of fire, the prince deigns to challenge the flames. No bridge but his courage, no shield but his truth. Siyavash gallops into the roar, where the furnace of kings becomes the cradle of legends. White heat devours the horizon, veiling the prince in a shroud of sun and ash. Unseen and unheard within the furnace, Siyavash vanishes, leaving only the desperate thunder of 10,000 voices. They roar not for a victor they see, but for a soul they fear is lost. From the belly of the furnace, the impossible occurs, Siyavash emerges, not as a man scorched by judgment, but as a vision of silver and ivory, a stallion, coal-black and unmarred, strides with a thunderous strength as if born of the flames themselves. Sudden, breathless silence is shattered by a roar that shakes the heavens. 10,000 souls weep and salute the prince who walked through death to prove his truth. The embers fall like rose petals at his feet, for fire has no power over a heart that knows no sin.